All right. Contemporary issues.
Oh no, it's the same one.
Same one, except for this. Did we have PDFs the last time? We did, didn't we? It wasn't a print. Was it a print? Yeah, that it's so maybe you can enter the same story in multiple categories. Interesting.
I think
Okay.
you can enter the same story in multiple categories.
All right. I can dig it. All right. That's the Belgium piece. That's our first offering. All right. What's next? Our country is full. America's asylum system was already broken. Then Donald Trump turned it into a machine of unchecked cruelty.
What's that picture of? People
Yes, the caption
across water.
over the past few years, photographer documented the caravans of asylum seekers on their way to the US Mexico border.
Mhm.
Most recently, for her project, my Spanish is not great, but La Caravana del Diablo. I think that's what it says.
That
I don't
like
have my
Devil's
glasses
Caravan.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't have my glasses on, so that was my best guess. All right. That is our second entry. Third entry. Disappearing daughters. Mothers in Juarez, Mexico, search for justice and embrace fragile memories. Okay, that's our third entry. Entry number 4. A collection of connection, how we came together safely during a time of unprecedented separation. Okay. Entry number 5. The last responder, Courtney Baloney, that's not right. Baloney is a funeral director in Louisiana's Cancer Alley, a largely Black area sickened by pollution and is now ravaged by COVID-19. That's wild. They have a place called Cancer Alley.
Hmm. So it's just
Was
those-
that it? Was that it? Oh, that was it. Okay. I want more. Okay, that's just me. I digress. I don't have an opinion in this. I'm trying to okay. Next entry, please. All right. I don't have a title yet. Cartina? Cartinia? I'm uncertain. Oh, okay, we've got a title. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but let's go forward. Hey, Zach, do you have a translation for that?
Sure, one moment.
Not sure if that's a place or a name, maybe Carantinia. Okay, we can look while he's looking for the translation there. Maybe it's at the back like the other ones were.
It means quarantine.
Quarantine, okay.
Ah,
I have learned something today. Thank you.
what language is it?
Slovenian?
Hmm.
Ah, there we go. Diary of a Pandemic. Okay. What's next on the menu? Last entry. So we've got 7. Okay. Let's scroll to the end so we can see what the title means, and then we'll come back up. Oh, okay. So that theory did not pan out. All right. Does anybody know what this language or what it means? Zach, can you find out?
I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Italian? Anybody
guess-
speak Italian in this crew?
Let's look, let me put it on the,
Important
Says
to-
I do. It means I
Yes,
do.
I do.
All right, I do. Not sure what the subhead means. That would be helpful, but I do. Let's,
I bet that's a dodgy translation, I bet.
yeah,
Oh, maybe it's a wedding?
uncertain.
Doesn't look Italian, right? Looks a little bit more Arlesian or Austrian. Huh.
Okay, I'm gonna make a note
Does.
for next year for judging. We need translations. Little context. Hey, does that go back to that entry? What does that caption say in that last entry in the in the portal where you downloaded that PDF? What does that caption say? when it said, when you click on view entry, does it give you more information there? It, scroll. Okay, right here. Is that in English? Caption. Can you read that caption, Zach?
German, huh?
Of course.
Something is characterized by the culture and traditions of its inhabitants, a German-speaking minority who moved to these places in the Middle Ages, attracted by the gold, pyrite, and quartz mines. The environment inspired the Austrian writer Robert Musil, who was sent here in 1915 as a second lieutenant. Do you guys want me to read further? Are you good? Okay. All right, we've got 7 entries, folks. Who lives? Who goes on? Let's talk about it. We've got Belgium coming in.
For me, just the Belgian story.
Oh, this shark energy is strong. Lord.
Well,
No, I like this one as well. I mean, that last image is,
What's interesting is like that
and this one.
in a photo editing category, I'm not seeing a lot of photo editing. Like
Mm.
just, I mean, the Belgium one was really nice. The two, I think, in the middle, there was just like, it was just like all over the place for me.
Okay.
Is there a way that we can look at like a thumbnail of all the different entries or no?
Because they're like PDFs,
Okay.
I'm uncertain. We can scroll through the tabs though.
Okay.
So we
Yeah.
got
Rick, yeah.
Belgium, Our Country is Full, the border story. We've got the disappearing daughters. We've got A Year of Connectivities. We've got Cancer Alley, which is intriguing all in its own. Quarantine Story. And we've got I Do, which is about, it seems to be about a small village.
can we look at the quarantine story again?
Sure. So as it stands right now, you guys at least have to get rid of 1. You can place 3 and do 3 honorable mentions.
They do the in and outs.
Yes, we can.
This one's out for me.
Yeah, no, at the end of it, it said it was a group of Magnum photographers, different Magnum photographers, and I just
Mhm.
wanted to look at it again. I don't think it's great.
Okay, I heard at least 1 out. Was there a second? Did I hear 2 outs? Okay, that's 2 outs.
I think it's out for me too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
That top image,
Me too.
like they just needed to not make that type in the circle.
okay. So it's out. We've got at least 3 outs, so it does not pass to the next round. Is Belgium still in for you?
Belgium's in for me.
That's definitely someone.
So is that 3 ins for Belgium?
Mhm.
Yes. Okay. Next story is Our Country is Full. Does it stay or does it go?
You go through real fast again.
Mhm.
I would keep this in.
Mm-hmm.
That's 1 in.
This is
I-
one of the
I
stronger.
would keep it in too.
Okay, so that's 3 ins. Let's go to the next story. Disappearing Daughters. Does it stay or does it go?
It's out for me.
There it goes.
Out.
Okay, it goes.
Yeah, I feel like this was edited, better to your point. So that it would have been a stronger piece. Like that's a
Yeah.
much better opener. That's photo right there on the right than what.
Yeah. And there's redundancy too.
I was just gonna say the same thing. There's like spreads where it's almost feels like it's 3 photos of the same thing.
Mhm.
They're not supporting each other like this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I got 3 outs. Let's get rid of it. Next is A Collection of Connection.
I think I'm in the same boat. Like I
Yeah.
wanted more editing.
Oh, for me.
2 outs. Is
Out.
there a third? 3 outs. Daryl, did you say out? Okay. All right, that's gone. Next. Cancer Alley.
I think I agree with you, Denise. It's like I just wanted more. I wanted to see, to see more.
Can you enlarge that photo on the top left? Is that somebody on the autopsy table? Like what?
Maybe they're preparing the body.
Yeah, they're preparing the body. Okay.
Well, potentially this photo editor was up against space.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I
and do the photos hold up? I think there's 6 or 7 photos.
I wish that this on the second spread, I wish that the one of those photos was a little quieter or like more spare, because every one of them has so much going on that it kind of it's hard to have your eye land on any one place first.
So does this place or honorable mention?
See the first spread again?
Go to the first page. There we go. Funeral director in Louisiana's Cancer Alley, a largely Black area sickened by pollution and now ravaged by COVID-19.
I mean, for me, if it's anything, it's an honorable mention.
Agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got at least 3 people saying honorable mention. What's next? So we got 2 placements and an honorable mention, and this story.
It's out for me.
Out.
Yeah, I think it runs into the
Not
same
interested.
issue.
Okay, that story's gone. So we have 3 left. So no, we've got 4. So we've got Belgium. What's on the blah, 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 blah. All the way to the left? What's that tab? Oh, that's the portal. Okay, so we've got Belgium. We have Our Country is Full, and then we also have the Louisiana story.
Louisiana as an honorable mention, I think.
So do you guys, how do you feel about Our Country is Full and the Belgian story? What takes one? Or do they place, or is it all honorable mention?
I'm trying to figure out how I feel about the asylum one, because I think there are some instances where in the lower after the opener that there is some element of them playing the images against each other, and there's some nice frames. The opener really kind of feels a little weird to me, because your eye gets drawn to that like bright spot, right, where the reporters are, and that's not about the asylum, like the asylum seekers. And then also the closer is not strong for me. I mean, not that one, but the one where the woman is looking into the camera. That's not a strong frame for me.
Can you go to the opener?
I mean, if I were to guess, I would say they're trying to show like just the sheer amount of people and how overwhelming it is. But yeah, I agree. Like you go straight to the news reporter or whoever's being interviewed, but that's a lot of people.
And it's a nice frame, but if the story is about asylum, I don't know, then I feel like it should lead with a photo of the main subjects, and or I just at least place them in more prominence than.
Do you want a caption read of that lower right caption? I'm not sure if we read that. We may have, I'm not sure. Can you magnify that, Morgan, please?
Over the past few years, photographer Ada Trillo has documented the caravans of asylum seekers on their way to the US-Mexico border, most recently for her project, La Caravana del Diablo.
Thank you. Does this place for you guys?
I think it's an important subject.
I think so.
Where does it
I would
sit?
place it as number 2, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, with those 2.
Suzette, May, Belgium as 1.
Belgium is 1 and this one is 2. And then Louisiana is honorable mention.
Is
I would-
everybody?
That sounds good.
I would do Belgium as one, and then the other two as honorable mentions. But it sounds like I'm outvoted.
Are you guys, how,
I'd be
how do
okay
you
with that,
guys feel
too.
about that?
I'd be okay with that.
Hmm?
I'd be okay with it as an honorable mention as well.
Suzette, Suzanne, Daryl? Does this take the number 2 spot or is it an honorable mention?
Maybe it's an honorable mention. I mean, you know, of all the photography that we've seen of this, it's not like it's like the strongest. There's images in it that are really nice. Yeah, I just get so distracted sometimes by other things on the page, like, and I know it's not about design, but it's like, you
Yeah,
know,
but when the design doesn't make room for the picture, it diminishes the picture. So
yeah,
the experience is diminished and we
yeah.
don't really rate it as well.
I mean, I'm so distracted by the color quote marks. I don't mind the photographer's name, but I'm just so it's like, just let the picture come to the front, you know?
Mm-hmm. All right, so are you guys saying Belgium is number 1, the other 2 are honorable mentions? That's what I'm hearing.
Just roll through this one more time.
Okay. Morgan, if you would, please.
Is there a caption for that guy with the crutches? Like,
Yes.
Is that running in the gutter? If it's a printed magazine,
Great
those
question.
pictures like right in the middle.
Great question.
That is insane.
Like,
Can
it's
you have
like,
a read of that caption, Zach, that middle caption block there.
Yes, of course. Joel crosses the Suchiate River between Guatemala and Mexico.
Man
you
on the
look-
crutches.
Yes, Joel.
That's intense.
I go back for second place instead of an honorable mention.
Yeah, for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could do that.
All right, so there you have it. We've got number 1 is Belgium. This story comes in at number 2, and an honorable mention for Cancer Alley.